Hey there, good evening, everybody. How are you? It's good to see you, and it's good to be seen by you. Welcome, welcome, one and all, to the Delver's Dungeon. It's really wonderful that you're all here. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad I'm here. Welcome to the show. Who am I to be so glad? Why, I am none other than Bill Sylvie, aka the Dungeon Delver, coming to you live, loud, and clear on this lovely Tuesday evening. I hope it's at least passably warm where you are, or at least you're near a heating implement, or you have lots of blankets, or you're snuggled up next to your loved ones who must absolutely enjoy this here live stream, the Delver's Dungeon, that you can find 5 nights a week, live streaming about classic TTRPGs, playing role-playing games. Sometimes I turn the reins over to my crikey co-host from down under, none other than the Viking Hat GM. He is waiting in the wings, ready to return tomorrow with his yes, but role-playing game, and we're going to have a lot of fun with that. But we're going to get to that when we get to that, because we have stuff to do tonight. We have things that are going on tonight. And before I launch into it, all the stuff we're going to be doing tonight, let me say this. Let me say this. Nebraska. I just like the sound of it. Now that I've said that, let me say this. If you don't follow me on socials, see, this is the usual call to action where I'm like, please like and subscribe. And I want you to do those things. But this is a little more important. If you don't follow me on socials, or if you're not a member of our Discord, that latter problem you may want to fix when I tell you about what's going on. If you don't follow me on socials, the former issue. And it is this: the bat signal has been sent up. The signal fires have been lit. Gondor calls for aid, and Rohan will answer. Friend of the channel, brilliant young man, fantastic YouTube show. Just an all-around positive dude. Jack, the Lost Lore Scholar, is in need. Their car recently bit it. They were able to get it fixed, but that doesn't mean that, everything is just hunky-dory. He still needs new front tires on it. And ladies and gentlemen, if you think I'm going to sit idly by and let someone in the UK drive a car with iffy tires, guys, that could be a front end realignment that needs to get done. They're definitely going to have to get balanced, and they've got a baby on the way. Okay, they've got a baby on the way. New front tires. This is not the days of you go to Sears and it's like 2 tires, $25 a piece. You get them loaded and balanced, and you're on your way back home. No, this is different. So here is the thing we're going to do for Jack, that I'm doing for Jack. Saturday on the Delver's Dungeon Discord from noon until 10 p.m. U.S. Eastern Standard Time, we will be holding an auction. All proceeds go to benefit Jack. In fact, the auction winner, I will require that you simply transfer your funds, you pay your funds into his Ko-Fi account. Now, what am I auctioning off? Well, and again, if you don't follow me on socials and you didn't catch the show last night, I will tell you, because it is right here. It is right here. We are auctioning off a reproduction original Dungeons and Dragons set for Jack. There you go. There it is. You guys have heard me talk about these nonstop for months. If I can use this for the greater good, then I will. Not this particular one. This is mine. I've handled it. I've held it up. It's got some dings and whatnot on it. Yes, you will get a nice fresh copy with chainmail inside and all that stuff. But wait, there's more. Last night when I was talking to a friend of the channel and gamer with us, on Monday evenings. And why are you trying to fall over? Stay. Thank you. Rose, who made our Christmas Advent dice this year, she has made molds of the classic TSR Dragon dice from back in the day. Not the Dragon dice, the collectible dice game, but you'd buy them in a blister. There was a crayon. The dice were garbage because they would crumble away. She has a complete set of those dice in good conditions, and she's able to make much more durable resin ones that will have that lovely powder blue color, and she will include a crayon in there so you can color it. So we've got two things that we're going to be auctioning off on Saturday. The opening starting bid, and someone has already put their foot down and said, I am going to bid that. So there's already a bid on it for the OD&D set is $75. The dice, $35. Guys, all proceeds to this. All proceeds go to benefit Jack. So get in there. I am going to share. If you're not on our Discord, let me do that. Actually, let me invite you guys to join me over on Discord right now, and I will let's see, invite people, copy. And I want to be 100% clear about something. This is not a covert or overt attempt for me to get you guys to subscribe to the channel. No, it's not. You may do what you want as you like. There's the Discord link right there. And what I would like you guys to do, if you could, is spread the good word. Join us over on the Delvers Discord. If you want to bid, I will send out a Discord-wide announcement, an alarm, and say, hey, the auction house is opening up right now, and you can bid. You can watch it all day long. Just bid. I don't really have an auction system in place for this, so it's literally going to be the last bid at the last second. So if you're waiting to bid snipe, you're going to have to do it manually. That's all I can tell you. I'm not going to get involved in who shot John. I'm going to look at the timestamp of the last bid. And the last highest bid is going to get this set, and the last highest bid is going to get the dice set. Can you bid on both? Absolutely, but you have to say which thing you're bidding for. Don't come in and say, I bid $35.01. Oh, what do you mean that was for the dice? No, there's minimum bids on stuff. So I'll have all those rules posted up over on the Discord for you guys to check out. That's all I want, guys. If you're going to throw around subscriptions and super chats and that sort of thing, give it all to Jack. Okay? Give it all to Jack right now. We, as far as the channel goes around these parts, we're at 9,273. We are 17 shy of 9,300. I'm sorry. Is that right? No, we are 27 shy of 2,300. We are 27 shy of 9,300. At which point we will be just 700 shy of breaking 10,000. Okay. But right now, the focus needs to be on Jack, new baby, new front end, new tires. That's what we need. That's what we need to focus on. So if you want a replica OD&D set right now, well, by Saturday, you get in there and you get bidding, and you know that money is going to a righteous young dude who I quite like. I think a lot of him, and so I want him to benefit from that. So, and the reason it's not just Jack, guys. You know, I've been down before. I've been down before. This community has lifted me up. Whether you knew it or not, you have. Okay. Whether it's just being there and saying, "Hey, Bill, how are you? I hope you're doing good." Or it's like people just going bonkers with supers or whatever. You guys have lifted me up. And I've had people materially help me out and lift me up. Okay. I know what it's like to walk a mile in Jack's shoes because I've done it. So I think the universe would be pretty miffed if I didn't at least attempt to pay this forward a little bit. So that is also why everything we do, we either put a little bit of money in the karma bank or we take out a little bit of a loan, and that loan eventually comes due, and if you can pay it off with interest, you do so. And that's what I'm doing here. That's what I'm trying to do here. Now, do I, do I think the set's going to go for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars? Probably not, if I'm being honest. I do know the one that I sent up to Paige went for about $400. That's probably a couple of front tires and maybe a balancing. I don't know what garage Lori in the garage prices are like in the UK. I'm not saying that if you guys don't bid it up to that, therefore, no, if it goes for $75.01, that's $75. Well, about 68 pounds that Jack didn't have that he will. Same thing with the dice. So I'm not leaning on anybody for oh, it's got to be this much. Okay. I am putting a minimum bid on the set. I have to, at least make it worth shipping, right? Jorge would like the link to Jack's Ko-Fi. I will absolutely do that. It's fairly easy to locate. You'll send your Movonic angel to help. Thank you very much. Send it over to the UK. Send it over to the UK there, Dr. David Howard. But as of right now, last night when I was looking at this, it was 51% of his goal. It's now 64% of his goal. You wonderful people out there have been doing good things. So yeah, check it out. There's the Ko-Fi listed right there, and help him out. Oh, Gonzalo, thank you, man. Thank you. That I mean, you know what? I'll put that towards shipping. Of the item, because these sets cost about $20 to ship in the CONUS. And I hope, I hope the winner's in the CONUS. Otherwise, that's going to hurt me a lot. But we do what we can. But thank you very much. That of course is a great meme. Lord, I've seen what you've done for others. I want that for myself. Who is that? That wasn't Falwell, was it? Who was that? I don't remember, but it makes for a great meme. Jam jar merchants and Blighty are total merchant wankers. Cabbage crates over the briny. But anyway, so that's what I've got to say about that. We are 15 minutes in, and there are 30 of you beautiful people watching us over on YouTube. Hey, if you haven't done so already, would you do me a big favor and hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon for notifications, and we'll we'll have a lot of fun then, guys. You will be able to be a part of this awesome thing that we do 5 nights a week as we talk RPG materials. So I'm going to go ahead. First of all, I'm going to put my headphones on, primarily to keep my head warm, but also so I can welcome in tonight's guest. We are transiting between A2 and A3, Dr. Howard. Dr. Fine, Dr. Howard, Dr. Fine. We are transiting between those two modules, and I will let you know when we officially hit A3. But let's go ahead and welcome in our players tonight. First up, oh, that was the wrong button. Let me do this again. First up, we have a guy here who he gets to be first because he paid for it. No, I'm just kidding. But everybody, please welcome Gonzalo Lira's bar tab as Paul the Fighter. Good evening, sir.
Lord, I have seen what you have done. Yeah, I'm digging the vibe tonight. Way to go, man.
It's thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I'm not giving Jack any money myself. I heard he's a right bell end. No, I'm just kidding.
He's stuffed up the clotted cream in front of the sticky wicket. I don't know British slang. You people in England invented the fucking language. Why don't you speak it?
There needs to be a British idiom dictionary. There probably is one.
Yes, there probably is. English to English translations. Anyway, thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Next up, we have a guy around here who he plays he games with us on Friday nights. Now he's gaming with us on Tuesday nights. He's 1/3 of the Nerd Council of Doom, and I have no right to bitch about cold just because it's going to get down to 38 tonight, because this fellow, oh my gosh, he's in I think he may be kind of in your neck of the woods up there in the Midwest, Gonzalo. But everybody, you can find him. Speaking of YouTube personalities, you can find him here on YouTube at Yang Yanzal for good times talking about comics. He does draw live streams for his kick-ass project that he's working on, Empire of the Undying Sun, that I am privileged enough to delay the release of. So everybody, please welcome Yang Yanzal as Fingers the Thief. Yang!
Good evening. I'd just like to point out, Bill, that the British do not speak English because it was a war concession after we trounced them in 1783. That's why everything they say just sounds like gibberish.
Oh, okay. I got you. Well, that makes a lot of sense.
You just did not even say that.
All right. To my English cousins, stop putting OU in everything. My neighbor colored. Just stop it. All right. And speaking of awesome dudes who have YouTube channels, welcoming back, we have a really, really cool guy here. You can find him at D&D Disability here on YouTube. He has got a fantastic channel. It's history, it's TTRPGs, it's what it says on the tin, talking about gaming with disabilities and working around and with that. But it's an awesome channel all the way around, and he's one of the veterans, one of the OGs of playing D&D on stream. Everybody, please welcome Thane Kyle as Holder the Cleric. TK, how are you doing, my friend?
Bitch, please. I remember when your channel started. I was like one of the first few hundred subscribers.
That's right. You are an OG, man. If I was going to start handing out Delver's Dungeon challenge coins, you would get like the gold one. I would send you that one, my friend.
But something exciting for your crew. I'm actually coming out with a video on turnstiles soon because they don't get nearly enough love.
That's right. I love the fact that there's a turnstile in White Plume Mountain. I always thought that was the coolest thing that White Plume Mountain, that not Alan Hammock, I always do that. That White Plume Mountain has a turnstile in it. I just think that's really cool. So I'm looking forward to hearing about that.
Yep.
So thank you for joining us. And last and absolutely not least, one of our newest addition to the games. I want everybody to welcome this cat. You can find him at Great Old One's channel right here on YouTube, where he talks about AD&D and other lesser role-playing games. Everybody, please welcome Great Old Ones. Good evening, sir. Good evening.
Hey, good evening, all. Good evening, Bill. How you doing this evening? How's everybody else?
Just chilling out, and I don't mean that in a positive way.
I understand.
But anyway, so Mod Hunter says it's minus 5.6 degrees communist or 22 freedom where he's at. So I'm glad it's warmed up from the minus 16 communist or 3.2 freedom. So that's very good to know. Last week, to recap the adventurers, and by the way, if you're recently subscribed and you're like, okay, so these guys are going to play D&D eventually when the dungeon master shuts up, what does that mean to me? Well, here's the thing. If you have any questions about what we're doing, a rules question about the characters, I want you to ask it and I will do my level best to answer it. If I can't, then one of the players might. If they can't, someone in the audience might, because folks, I have the smartest and best looking audience of any 5 night a week classic TTRPG show on YouTube. And last week, you guys had stormed a goblin and hobgoblin fortress, and through the judicious application of heavy artillery fire from Roy, your magic user, you were able to blow away a great many of them and rescue a few enslaved humans and a couple of enslaved elves that were trapped there by them. So what you also found when you looted the place was the coins. You know, there were some coin on each of the goblins and hobgoblins. You found a potion of some kind. You're not sure what it was. And you also found 2 magic user scrolls just stuffed to the gills with spells. Stuffed to the gills with spells, which I enumerated those spells to the party.
I have
last
those notes.
week. You have those notes. Okay.
Also, too, real quick, the vial Crinit tested and determined that it's a potion of treasure finding.
Yes, a potion of treasure finding that Crinit tested. So, as said, there's coins on the multiple dead goblin and hobgoblin bodies that you guys can police up. There's the scrolls, and then there's the potion. What do adventurers? What will you do?
Well, first things first. I don't recall seeing if anybody needed or received healing. Does anyone need that at present?
I'm still a little hurt.
Yes.
I'm down to 30 from 43.
Okay. Have you spent any of mine, Bill? I forget.
I believe in the heat of combat. I had CLW thrown on Crinit to keep her on her feet. She is pretty badly injured. She took some serious.
She's probably front of the line.
Alrighty. Yeah. Anything else I should immediately be aware of that I spent? I'm guessing hold person.
Yes, there was a hold person. So,
okay.
Or holder person, as the case may be.
It's at least the least violent option.
Actually, come to think of it, Alderweg was the one who threw the cure on Crinit. He lowered his shield and moved in. So actually, I think you're fully charged up.
All right, so it sounds like I'm going to spend 3 then. 1 on Crinit, 1 on Fingers, and 1 on Paul.
Okay. Go ahead and roll those. let's make sure that the dice tray is working. So if you want to roll that first one, TK, and we'll see if dice tray is playing nice tonight or if I need to refresh it.
Sure. I'm gonna get my other dice up here in a minute.
Of course,
So
of course.
But here, there's a
Hey,
7.
there we
for
go,
Krennic.
and it's 7, and I've got a big dice head there going. All right, so Krennic sighs a sigh of relief as some of her worst injuries close up. All right,
Cricket,
so
might I have my arrow back, please?
See, ow. It's to you.
Okay, and now for the others.
All right.
All right, there's a 7 for Fingers, and then
Much
one
better.
last one for Paul. 8 for Paul.
Thank you, sir.
Wow, your god was absolutely with you.
His Leechcraft is mighty.
And now I'm going to jab my finger at each of you and say, "Don't get hurt again. I can't save you."
Dungeon Master, in
Yes.
this version, are you allowing thieves to have short bows?
So thieves and bows in first edition AD&D. That I
I
Go
think
ahead.
in a later, I can't remember if it was Temple of Elemental Evil, but there was a later supplement that allowed them, but the original DMG did not. So I was wondering where you came down on this.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'm not opposed to it. Flafford and Gray Mouse were incredible thieves, and they did in fact use bows, both of them, on a regular basis. I'm short bows. I'm not opposed to it. I'm not opposed to it. I can bend, no pun intended, on the subject of short bows, but only short bows. No long bows or crossbows.
Sure. If any of these goblins had one, Fingers would take it and the arrows.
Let's see.
While all this is going on, Paul is going to shout out to, I'm sorry, Great Old One's your character's name?
Falderenth.
Yes, I think I might go watch out the gate up and down the road.
Yeah, we're going to kind of see to the security of the area and see if we can make sure nobody sneaks up on us.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, currently there is there's nothing on the road. I mean, you think you hear like the echoing screams of goblins and hobgoblins off in the distance as little groups of them scatter around in the hills. But and so Yang, yes, you are able to find an intact bow and a couple of full quivers of arrows.
Nice.
So
I'm assuming Roy is taking the scroll.
The scrolls, yes.
Yeah.
Roy is pocketing the scrolls unless anyone stops him.
No.
And he says, I'm going to have to consider these. If something comes up between here and when we get to Suderham, and I need one of these spells, I'll use it. But if I'm being honest, I would maybe like to sit down for a few days and try and scribe these in to my book. But I
understand. No, absolutely. I mean,
I'm going to need time. I'm going to need magic ink. It's not going to be easy. And if this Suderham is a city, and if we can move in incognito, maybe I can find what I need there.
We honestly don't know anything about the city yet, right?
Yeah, you know nothing about the town of Suderham.
So it could be a town that's completely in league with the slavers, or it could just be they tolerate them. I doubt they are people that are openly opposing them. They're probably under the thumb of the slavers, at least to some extent. So best case scenario, I think, is us being able to just come into town like we're just some travelers. That's like, and there's no one there is going to help us, I doubt.
That's entirely possible. That is entirely possible.
I did have an idea about when we get there. I still have some of these, and you've said the road is clear. We're going to shut the gate. If you want, Faldorinth, if you want to keep an eye out, I'm going to go back with the rest of the group and show Fingers those one of those 10 platinum pieces with the spiders on them that I found. And take a look at this, Fingers. What do you think about this? I took this off of an unusually dark-skinned elf that I slew in combat.
He was like obsidian skinned. not dark skinned, like glossy, almost like a black widow spider.
Purple, yeah, purpley.
Yeah.
What would Fingers know?
Well, here's the thing. It's platinum. It has the heft of platinum. It's a disc about a little bit bigger than Fingers' palm, good thickness. The coin is other than the size and the weight being approximate to that of what a nominal platinum piece would be. The coin is almost like it seems less stamped out or poor molded than it does carved, like crafted almost. It is lovely in its hideousness, if you will. How much detail someone spent on carving out like high relief of spider features on this thing. But other than that, you don't know.
He does speak Elven, or he does know Elven, I should say. Can he read anything on there?
No.
And he's never come across this either in his knowledge of coins or filching things from other people, or
you yourself. I mean, platinum pieces. Yeah, you know platinum pieces. This mint a platinum piece? No, you have not.
I've never seen this before.
Neither have I. But I took it off this slaver, one of the controllers of the slavers, and I had an idea. I thought that if we get to this town, we might be able to throw a couple of these coins around if we need to pass ourselves off with not being openly opposed to the slavers, or trying to find our way into the good graces of the slavers as some random mercenaries.
Well, it's certainly possible, although I think we need to be a little careful since we don't know who exactly they come from. I mean, we don't necessarily want to say we're aligned with these people if they're rival slavers.
Oh, well, that's a good point. I hadn't considered that. See, that's why I swing swords and don't think. But it is something that we might be able to act on depending on what we find out. If we hit a dead end, we've got something to try to use. I just wanted you to be aware of them. And actually, why don't you just go ahead and keep that one if you want?
Sure. So he'll take that one platinum piece.
Okay.
Holder.
Right, so you have.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Do we need to? What do you think? Should we stay the night here? I don't think personally I want to head out right after the beings we just drove off. If they are indeed going to warn this town we're trying to go to, I think it's better that we don't show up 5 minutes after they show up to warn the town. But other people may have different opinions. What do you think?
Well, the goblins have just been routed, etc. They already have a head start on us. We stopped to do all of the, to do all the
Right.
raids and stuff. So they're gonna beat us there regardless.
Right.
I think. Any chance of catching them or really pursuing them in any great way, I think, is past. We might be able to track them at pace and run them down, not before they reach the town, but at least see where they are and stuff. I think if we are immediately worried about a counterattack, this is the safest place to hold an assault.
I agree.
However, that does not necessarily seem to be the case. So if we want to trust to our luck and find somewhere else to camp that has a viewpoint of this town, perhaps, I think that would be our wisest course of action. That said, I'm perfectly fine with holding up here, if that's what the party wants. I certainly don't think we should go running blindly into town.
No.
Not at least for a few days. Right.
We have no idea how far away the town is, do we?
Not really.
Actually, no. You're with the map you have and the Rangers ranging ability. You have you feel like a couple of days more travel at most. At most.
Okay, so a couple of days. We're not going to get within view of the town, but before you need to rest and recover spells, which you need to do now anyways. We're far enough away, I think, based on what Faldorinth is saying, that I would say, even though they know right where we are, we're more protected here, and we're not going to gain anything other than just not being in this protected area by going out in the night. We're not going to get close enough tonight, I guess it'd be my point.
Well, I'm
yeah.
a little
Oh, go ahead.
I'm just a bit concerned that they might come back with reinforcements. They may have secret ways in here that we don't know, or they might be willing to go through the latrines. I'd rather not be Trojan horsed and stuck in here,
That's a good point. I mean,
well,
go ahead.
If there are secret ways, as one of my favorite quotes goes, trust not to secret ways, that they're probably coming single file, if not by twos, and that's going to be a very fun time for them. If we can hold the gate, that shouldn't much be a problem. They were goblinoids, is what I was aware of, and I don't think anybody here fears them. I don't bear any love for them, but I'm more than willing to treat them like human beings. Think of what you will with that statement. As far as rest goes, no, if need be, I can march just fine. I've barely used anything, albeit I can't heal you anymore, but there are other tools.
Okay, well, I we can move on or stay. That's basically, I vote stay. Let's just get a vote so we can decide and move on with what we're doing.
Crennet leans heavily on her sword and says, I like not the idea of rushing forward into battle in an injured state. And while I cannot speak for Roy, I know he would prefer to have more spells to hand.
Yes.
Here's what I'm thinking. If anybody comes back today, it may be a handful of goblins who've regained some courage, which would do not well for them. We've got at least a day before, or day and a half, 2 days before they reach town and get reinforcements to come back. So we can at least probably rest here tonight and recover as much as we possibly can, and then maybe consider moving on somewhere else in the morning.
Roy speaks up, or I'm sorry, Alderweg speaks up, and he says, "Well, what of these gentlefolk that have been imprisoned here? Surely we can't take them into the jaws of this Suderham if they are if they are considered chattel property, they might be recognized immediately and seized upon, and thus our own imposture revealed.
How far are we into the wilderness exactly? How many days? I don't think it's been that long.
3 or 4.
It's been a good 3.5 days.
I think it would almost be worth it to rest here for the night, retreat for 3 or 4 days, and simply drop these slaves off back at the keep. And as much as that doesn't feel like progress, I'm sure it doesn't, like from a player perspective here, guys. But I think it wouldn't hurt at all to just go ahead and free the slaves and then come back. There's nothing stopping us. We know about the fort. We know about the tower and stuff like that. It doesn't cost us anything.
Is there any among them that could potentially lead them without us? The only possible way of not doing that I could see is a long shot, which would be if we had some way that they could make their way south. I think the unusual creatures that we saw would look out for them. I think the unusual creatures, you weren't here for that, were you? No, you were here for that. You were here for the blink dogs.
I was here for that, and I also trust that wasn't that they don't hang out in this area. If they came through, they probably aren't here now.
Well, they knew they were able to warn us about this location with a crude map in the dirt. That tells me they are from this area. I mean, you don't just pass through and know all about that, I don't think. So I think if we could get them to them, which is a day's march south of here, if they think they could make it themselves, I'd be willing to bet that those creatures would look out for their safety at least for a day or so. I mean, we can go back, but we're going to allow them to reinforce these fortresses unless we burn them to the ground. We can certainly do that.
Yeah, now you're talking.
I'm sorry,
exactly.
Go ahead.
Deny them the use, and we can avoid them on the way back now that we know where they are on the map.
Is the tower wood, the first tower?
The ruined watchtower that kind of overlooks this.
Yes.
No, that's just a shattered stone structure.
Okay, so we can't really do anything to it.
No,
but this outpost is mostly a wooden outpost, right? We could burn it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
So we could destroy that. We would definitely help them get back. That is part of our our order is to help return slaves. I've got nothing against it. We just lose. I guess we've already lost any sense of surprise. These creatures are probably going to warn anyone who would be concerned about us well ahead of time. So, I mean, I go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, Credit speaks up and said, "Pardon me, sir, but wouldn't we take them to the Palisade Force that the men of Ulek and those folk we freed earlier still hold? I believe
are we
it's
closer to that
closer
than to the keep?
It's a bit off the beaten track, but if our good ranger can guide us there without us becoming lost, I think perhaps it's a day and a half off yonder versus half a Sennite back to the Borderlands keep.
How does that sound, Holder?
Well, I think that is a fine solution. I also think there's one other solution that we may trust to, and that's that we send Krenit and the priest back with the slaves, and we go forward trusting that they will catch up.
I don't much care for that suggestion.
It's the other option I can think of that would keep us in the fore.
Yeah, no, you're right, but I think we've already lost. Honestly, I'd be concerned about them, even traveling with a lot of people. I think we've already lost surprise. Let's get them. I think we found a happy compromise getting them back to the stockade. And we get to double check up on them, deliver some news to the stockade. They can give us some news if they have any, and then we come back. By that time, they'll have the hubbub will have died down a little bit. and they may not be looking for us as much.
And maybe they have already scouted out this location. If they're only a day and a half from here, and this village is is what would then be 3 days from them, give or take. That's not far. They've had several weeks. They could have easily scouted that far.
Yeah.
Maybe we should ask them, because maybe they want to go to Suderheim. I mean, just putting this out there, we always could say that we bought them as slaves.
Yeah, he's smart. Paul points at fingers.
So if somebody recognizes them, we say, oh, yeah, we bought them.
Well, let's ask them then.
So guys, where would you like to go?
I mean, we were bound up the southern coast here. We were headed into Ulek when we were waylaid. I feel I feel that we don't wish to be burdensome. If there is an outpost nearby that's but a day's journey through these lands, if you could but escort us there, we would gladly relieve you of any responsibility you have upon us.
There we go. That sounds like our plan right there.
Yeah, and these folk know nothing about Suderheim.
No,
okay.
they know nothing about it.
All right. Well, I mean, I think we're in agreement, unless I guess, Holder, do you still not want to do that, or did you have some other opinion?
No voices here. I'm fine with that one.
Okay. So I think we're going to stay the night here for people to get a decent rest in a relatively secure location, and then head out for the stockade. Maybe in the morning.
Bill is the NPC. Can you escort us back? Yeah. Sorry. It's what my characters would do. Run GMD. All right. So the Philistine rolls a random. Yeah. All right. The accommodations in the stockade are not good. I mean, it's better than just lying on the ground amongst the open stars. But I mean, like, these people were being kept in tiger pits. The hutments that the goblins, mostly hobgoblins, actually had, they're ordered if awfully grungy. A couple of the rescued, freed slaves are pulling aside some skins and such to let fresh air in. So it can do overnight. Now, as far as I'm sorry, go ahead.
Since we'll be resting in the evening, and I either choose my spells in the evening, when we're thinking about all of this, I would also like to cast Speak with Plants.
Okay. There are some herbs, some scrub brush around. Let's do this here.
I'm curious what the trees might know. They tend to have an interconnected root network, so their knowledge might spread a little further as far as immediate vicinity around the camp.
All right. Well, they tell you that there is unrest in the forest. There is trouble with the trees. For the maples want more sunlight, yet the oaks ignore their pleas. Sorry, I just said. I have waited for years for someone to cast Speak with Plants to make that joke at the table.
You're good. I enjoy Speak with Plants. It's one of the things that, like, I'm not going to need neutralize poison if we're traveling, so like I may as well use the spell.
Okay. All right. So there's a twisted bramble of holly that kind of follows along the edge of the trail leading out of here. You can stroll up to it and cast Speak with Plants.
Absolutely.
All right. What do you want it to do?
I would just like some information about the local environs, if you'd be so, if it would be so kind.
Okay. Men and not men with two leg go along the ground. Men with two leg and not men with two leg go along the ground other way. Sometime animals come, sometime horse, sometime ox.
What do you mean by not with two legs?
Man have two legs. Sometimes other things have more legs.
But not ox or horse.
Not ox, not horse. Sometimes bear. Sometimes bear with head of owl.
Okay.
Fox.
Oh, well, that's
Fox.
just great.
Now we need to go the other way. Absolutely.
Okay.
Roy blanches at this news. Sometimes fox, sometimes wolf, sometimes rabbit. Rabbit usually gets shot, arrow, eaten.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So,
by the way, this lasts a turn. You can get a
No.
From this,
And how often, generally speaking, the casting time is 1 turn. The duration is 1 minute per level, basically 1 round per level. So I got 7 minutes.
Oh, casting time's a turn. Okay, so
yeah. No, you're good. You're good. So yeah, I still have 7 minutes. Like,
yeah.
You know. So in the sense, how often are the men and not men coming? The two-legged ones. Daily.
During sun, sometime not during sun.
Every sun?
Not every sun.
Every other
not
sun?
Every moon. Not every moons.
Okay. So multiple
Sometime
suns.
many suns, sometime many moons.
Okay. More often recently?
Less.
Excellent. Okay, good to know. All right. And any tunnels or caves within the immediate vicinity?
Tunnels,
wells,
caves,
cisterns, cavities.
Dig roots deep, drink water, eat.
Yep. But nothing, no open air underground.
No.
Okay. Good to know. Any questions you guys want, guys?
I think you've about covered what a plant's likely to tell us. I can't think of anything else.
Okay. It's
the other thing I would really want would be numbers, if we could get that, but not likely that plants would know numbers.
Yeah. But it could say many or few.
Yeah, but subjective probably.
Yeah, last question. Many or few?
Many.
Valid. Okay. So at least we know it's some, maybe a score, maybe 2 scores, but
I just assume there's always 2 score of bugbears somewhere in Bill's world. Not
probably
too far away from us, so
I would say definitely I would say 2 score hobgoblins, maybe 1 score bugbears.
Yeah.
Just be glad you didn't find a rabbit to cast Speak with Animals on. How many? 1,000.
Yeah.
If you're fans of a certain book or role playing game, you'll get that joke.
All right. Well, there we go. I figured by casting Speak with Plants in the evening, it would ease maybe some of y'all's fears as far as like what the immediate problems are.
I mean, we'll have a rotation of guards. I would say Fingers and Falderanth would definitely take a turn given their ability to see in the dark. Other than that, I'm happy to take one if we need it, but we'll definitely set up a guard, but we need some rest and you need to recover your spells.
Okay. One of the elves is of a fighting man capability. He can arm up with a spear, with some leather armor, and a short sword, and some other various gear. The others, not so much. But you guys have got effectively one heavy foot serving with you now.
So we rescued one elvish fighter. I'm just gonna say.
Yeah, and the other 5 are they're not elves, but the others are just commoner humans.
Does he speak common?
Oh yeah, they all speak common.
Then Paul's gonna ask him, so you've got a choice. You can be free and go where you want to go, but we're going to punish the people that did this to you. You want to come along with us?
I'm a caravan guard, if I'm being honest, my lord.
I understand.
Putting my face into a treasure hole is not my desired way forward. I if I'm being honest, I wish to return far to the north.
Absolutely.
I've seen much of human lands and so on and etc. And I would return to the Fostwood to be with my be with my great family.
Yeah, it's not great outside the forest right now, is it?
It is not. No, I must say.
I completely understand. I don't have anything else before morning.
Very well, my lord. He does look hopefully back at the group and say, all we've had to eat is horrible things, and you shared your rations with us, and we thank you. Is there any chance you have more that you could spare?
Is Falderanth capable of hunting something for them in the area?
Yeah. I mean, Falderanth, you can go around, and I mean, you're a ranger. You've got some basic hunting and trapping abilities. Did Falderanth get secondary skills? I forget.
Let me take a look here. What do we have on this list?
I think
I should go out of my way and memorize this here. Let's see.
I think
his secondary skill is what?
Bumpkin.
I don't see anything jumping right out at me on your list here. Let's see.
I have a secondary skill. Oh, good. What is it? It's lapidary. Ah, good. Well, if we find any gems, we'll let you know. All right. If you don't see anything, we're going to dice it up right now. Roll D100.
I can, if need be, cast Create Food and Water. I didn't prep it tonight, but I can do it tomorrow.
Sure.
That's percentile, right?
Yeah. It is. Yes.
Let's see what if we can't hunt anything, then it'll have to be that.
I mean, dude can make a 3x3x3 cube of bacon. So,
Wow.
I can make 7 cubic feet of food, and each cubic foot is enough to feed 3 people. So, just we can give them our rations tonight, and I can make us food tomorrow.
I got it. Trader barterer. That's on your list here.
Trader barterer. I thought you got a 12, but that's okay.
No, but on the list, I found it on your character sheet here. Secondary skill, trader barterer.
You're already a trader barterer. Okay. All right. Well, the folks you rescued had nothing to trade. So you're like, yes, let me gather some food. Y'all got anything?
I think, though, as a ranger, I ought to be able to track down maybe some game that may be close by to at least supplement our rations with.
That's yeah. You can go out and bag a couple of squirrels and some pheasants. That's pretty easy.
Okay, that'll help.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Nope, that's good.
We probably need more than that, though. For how many people do we have here? Like 20?
Oh no. The people you've rescued, that's a handful.
Or am I the only one for whom Delver is quiet?
Sorry, if I was turned away from the mic.
Oh, okay, sorry.
He does seem quieter than now than he was earlier, for sure.
Yeah.
Let me
can barely hear you.
My gain is maxed. Hang on a second, guys.
Yeah, before Bill was overdriving his mic pretty bad, and I had to turn him down, and now he's really quiet.
Yeah.
How about now?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I fear that this mic may be dying because it's getting more and more frequent that I have to unplug it and plug it back in midstream. And I did a whole bunch of YouTube shorts because it's a 30-second read or like a minute read that I have to chop down, so I can do 20 of them. Right?
Now you're hot is what people are saying.
Yeah.
Turn down your gain by about 20%.
How's that?
That'll help. Yeah, much better with the overdriving. Before you toss the mic, check the cable that's attaching to it, and check the USB port you're running it into if you are.
It's an XLR, but I'll definitely look at it. Thank you.
Because that's most likely what'll die first.
Alrighty, so and remember, you can't spell Delver's Dungeon without audio issues.
It's
all right.
Sounds great now.
So you have your you have your rations you parceled out. There's not 20 people. There's 6.
Okay.
that you guys have to tend to.
Okay.
So you've settled in for the evening. You've established a watch. Your ranger has gone out. And you've bagged some small game for the evening. Everyone appreciates it. I wouldn't say the mood is cheerful or joyful, but you are, it's as comfortable as these poor people have been for a long time. They won't touch anything betting wise that belongs to the goblins or hobgoblins because, lice. However, they are able to make themselves at least a little bit more comfortable than they were having to sit in a filthy pit. So they rest up, and the next day dawns. You guys have got a day's journey to the northwest to go back to the Slavers' Stockade, which you have since liberated.
Before we leave, Fingers is, going to prep everything that he can, all the material that he can to burn the place down. He intends as we finally leave this place, he will burn it to the ground.
Okay, well, there is ample pitch, lamp oil, charcoal, stuff like that you can pile up. And if you tell anyone what you're doing, the liberated slaves will absolutely help you gather wood. They will gladly help you pile up kindling and such at the foot of the walls.
I'll
Yeah,
toast marshmallows.
he'll casually mention it.
Okay.
Good idea.
And there's like I said, I will let you guys know offline as far as the amount of coin if you guys were picking the pockets of the dead goblins and hobgoblins for coin.
I mean, I would say I don't care, but I know we're not above that, so.
Well, I would hope Fingers wouldn't be above that. And
Yes.
all that Crinit is collecting, she is giving to these people. So so once that's done, that's a good part of the morning's work, getting the place prepped for burning. You get it going. There's a couple of places where like you have to go back because fire, it gutters out. That was more moist than I thought it was, that sort of thing. So getting a good steady blaze going takes a while, but eventually, yes, you have got whatever outpost stockade this was burning merrily, as they say.
Faldrin, don't you want to give some of those some of the refugees some of your coin?
Sure. I don't need all of this. How many of them do we got?
There's 6.
Alrighty, I will give each of them 10 gold pieces from my share.
Wow.
All right.
That backfired. Now I have to give some coin.
It's a face thing at this point, right?
Well, give nothing. I'm going to be feeding everybody tonight and tomorrow.
I play a ranger in his thing, and I just gave up like thousands of coin for tithing, and then look, oops, now we need it.
I don't have thousands. I can only give up 10.
I will match whatever he gives in the way of coin. If they will, it's probably so much they could go live comfortably on it for a couple of years.
Who'll match me? All right. So let's see. All right, so you begin your journey back towards the slavers' stockade. The day goes on, and as you travel, occasionally looking behind you, yes, there's a prominent column of dark smoke rising up into the sky from where you guys went. The ranger is able to keep you from becoming lost, but you do cross over several hills and through several dales and up slopes and over bluffs until eventually you come to, after a day's journey, the aforementioned stockade. It is flying the colors of Ulek. There are bow-armed folk on the parapet. As soon as you guys break out of the tree line into the large open area between the stockade and the tree line, and this, you recognize this holder. It has not been allowed to grow again. You are clearly seen. You can hear trumpets being blown somewhere within the stockade, and there are more archers joining those that saw you. They appear to be men. And also on top of the inner gatehouse, the barbican, you can see you just catch the motion of what must surely be a scorpion being aimed in your direction. For those of you playing along at home, if you don't know, a scorpion is a light ballista, not a giant arachnid preparing to leap down and attack them in this context.
I'm going to wave merrily. Hi, guys.
All right.
We don't have any standard of Ulick on us, I don't think, do we?
No one told me that they have one or that they wanted one or anything like that. So
I didn't think so.
They just had a gay half-elf scream at them in a pretty recognizable voice. They just saw me less than a month ago. I think they might remember it.
Yeah. So yes, they're still very wary. You can hear the gate open off to your right, the front gate dropping down, and eventually a horsed party, while you're still under cover of these archers and presumably the scorpion, a horsed party rides out to greet you. But they recognize Paul, they recognize Crinnet, they recognize Holder. They greet you and bring you back within the confines of the stockade. The two largest fellows, escapees from the slave pens deep within the place, appear to have more or less assumed authority here, although there are uniformed soldiery of the Principality of Ulek who are here. And yeah, you're brought in. The place seems to be under quite a bit of renovation. There's the inner portcullis that leads to the inner courtyard, where you guys were constantly being attacked by carnivorous apes. That has been repaired. Things have been generally cleaned up. It actually looks like a decent working fortress for humans and demi-humans to dwell in now, and not a half-haunted nightmare outpost. So all right, so they welcome you, they greet you, they are quite happy to receive the rescued slaves, and one of the captains tells you that there have been a fair few who have escaped from various slaving raids and so on, who've been able to find their way here. So it's a good thing. It's a good thing that you've rescued these folks. So what may we do for you, friends? Good sirs, captains.
Trade news and provide someplace to sleep for the night. We're off again, I think probably tomorrow. We're looking for, and I don't think we've asked these guys. I don't think we mentioned Suderham to them, but I'll say, have you heard of Suderham? Do you know where it can be found?
Let's see. That am a good question. Looking for the right tab here. There we go. So when a few people are questioned, a couple of the soldiers say that they remember hearing the name Suderham, but not any specific location. Nothing that they could point you at. And then if you show them the map, they say, sure, okay, that's where Suderham is, but we don't know anything about it other than if it's that deep in the Pomarge, it might be a dangerous, ugly place.
Not welcoming of people from Ulek.
Probably not, sir. Probably not.
You think they deal with evil folk out of Ulek?
That's as may be.
Okay.
Sir. We're just simple soldiers here.
I understand. I don't have anything else. I want to get a meal and get a secure sleep where I don't have to stand guard.
Okay. That's pretty easily done. They put you up in one of the myriad of rooms in the larger stockade building. It's pretty much as you remember it. They've gotten some better, if crude, furnishings in there for people to stay in. There's bedding aplenty that they looted from the lower levels that you had remembered seeing, and supplies and whatnot. So yeah, you guys go over to what was called the haunted portion of the stockade, which is now not. And Holder, you're like, oh yes, we had a desperate last stand there and fought nearly to our deaths. I remember that spot. That's where that's where Durek cut off that goblin's head for mouthing at him. That sort of thing. It's very,
Now,
very.
I nearly passed out in that corridor. It was great.
Yeah, oh yes, I remember grabbing one of the men-at-arms helmets and vomiting in it, standing right over the bodies of our fallen foes.
Yep, exactly. Good times. Good times.
So I'm not going to roll any wandering monster checks while you guys are asleep. Obviously, it is a comfortable, decent night's sleep. First, you've had in a senite where you haven't been sleeping on rocky ground. Any supplies you guys need, oil, arrows, rope, anything like that, you can buy at normal prices here at the stockade.
Excellent. Well, I'll tell them what. I'll make them a better deal.
Okay.
I will give them food for 21 people in exchange for a pint of oil.
Sure. Absolutely.
Cool. And then I will use my second casting of create food and water to feed the party, and then give the rest to the pretty much. Yeah. It's like, here you go.
Plates of fresh bread and bacon and cheese, and they're just over the moon. It's quite good.
Who are you kidding? All there several cubic feet of food is just in beer. That's it.
Have you ever dealt with the philosophy around selling food created by clerics? I'm just wondering about that.
I've never really delved into it, but I mean, if this is, in medieval times, and back me up on this thing. In medieval times, Trappist monks during Lent, that's all they would consume is beer.
So, well, beer by itself contains most of what we need to survive. It was the majority of people's caloric intake for thousands of years. It is genuine. It's one of the three things that make us a human being, according to the Mesopotamians. Bread, beer, and promiscuous women. I'll censor it that way for YouTube. But well, that's also why, as far as selling food created by this, in my home game, I always charge, there's always a monetary component charge that comes with create food and water, which costs 5 times more than what the food and water normally would take to purchase anyway, because the advantage you get is having it instantaneously. Right. So, that's how I get around it in my home game.
Now, as far as the spell component, just in case anyone's curious, because this is the kind of educational about D&D banter we like to have around here. Sometimes it crosses over with real education. Let's see. Create.
I did not see a spell component in the player's handbook at all.
Now, yes, it is just verbal and somatic. So there is no... it is a cleric spell, so you do have to hold your holy symbol up, but your holy symbol is not consumed, you know. So
By the way,
yes,
and speaking of monks, if you haven't seen this old movie called The Name of the Rose, I highly recommend.
Oh, very
Oh,
good.
yeah,
Yeah, with Sean Connery, right?
Yeah,
the book is phenomenal. Umberto Eco hit it out of the park. And kids, I'm going to tell you this: the book has a dungeon map in it.
Yep.
If you're strapped for a D&D adventure, grab your copy of Name of the Rose. There's like a 2 or 3 level dungeon map in there. You'll have to populate it yourself, but it's in there. But anyway, you Gonzalo, you were going to say.
I wasn't going to say anything.
Just that Name of the Rose is a good book. Yeah. Very, 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 very good book. Very, very, very good film. Okay. So you cast create. It's create food and water, but I'll allow the food to be a beer. So yeah, good nutritious beer you create. They're very happy, and they're more than willing to give up pints of oil as you wish. Is there anything else that you guys wish to do at the keep there, the stockade? Sorry.
I mean, other than replenish here, I think we want to get turned around as soon as we're going to wait till we're full up on every conceivable spell. If that takes an extra day, I'm good with it, and then head back out in a direct line towards where. Should we go back the way we came, or should we take a more like circuitous route to where we think this town might be?
So that's actually for your ranger. Falder, consulting the map and the paths you guys have taken, you don't have to go straight back the route you came if you want to take a more circuitous route there. Actually, the route on the map as you read it, the direct route from Suderham, or from where you are to where Suderham is indicated on the map, is I believe, let me consult my notes here. This is not a great PDF. It's very light, and I'm having trouble reading it, guys. So bear with me, please.
I'll tell you, for the young lady who was cast opposite of Christian Slater in The Name of the Rose, I would absolutely have given up my vows.
Yes, I know. Yes, absolutely.
This is happening.
Also, as far as recuperation of spells goes, from a single 6-hour rest, I get all my spells back. So like, I'm not bent. Like I can march without 3rd level spells. We don't have to wait another day. Like, that was more so for
they have a chaplain at the stockade who will lay a cure light wounds on each of you who might need it. Not a cure serious, and they're not going to give you all of them, but
I'm down 5. I assume with the good night's rest and a cure light, I'm back. I'm up 40.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Crinit has taken the worst of it. She needs a CLW, a day's rest, and another CLW. We'll get her mostly
1, so I would imagine I'd be gone before we head back out.
Yep. Okay, so throw a little box text here for you guys out there in audience land and for our players, just to kind of catch everybody up. Through information gained from escaped slaves and those fortunate enough to have been found and bought by family and friends, the track of the slavers has been traced to the land from which they launched their swift attacks on the coast. A plan of stealth has been chosen. Several small bands of adventurers attempt to do what couldn't be done by the combined armies of the lords, to infiltrate the slavers and destroy them. You are one of these parties who have entered the no man's land that is the Pomarge in the attempt to track the slavers to their lair. In the course of your adventures, you received information that the next bastion of slavers was in the Drachensgrab Mountains. After many fruitless attempts at following parties of slavers and slaves, you've discovered that they have disappeared into the wilderness under a peak on your map that is indicated as Suderhem. So you head off first into the wilderness. It is a day's journey through the wilderness before you break out into the barren, rocky hills. So let us see. Let us have a look-see here. Ooh, that is many. Now, one thing that I do want to point out, this place is very much an outpost. They have secured their perimeter as best they can, but as far as patrols in force into areas beyond, there is still too much danger from slaver raiding parties and whatnot. So they're holding their own. In fact, they tell you that first night that there have been probing attacks. Whatever you've done has rocked them back on their heels enough that they haven't come at this place in force, but they fear that sooner than later the slavers may regroup and attempt to take their place back again. So just a moment here.
I'm a little confused. What location were we talking about there that they might try to take back? The stockade?
The stockade, yes.
Okay.
All right. So your first day's journey through the forest is slow going, but you are unmolested. And well, I say forest. Are you guys are going by horse, correct?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Just making sure.
I thought we were on foot, but we could be on horse.
We have horses.
Yeah, we were.
Oh, that's right. It's the cart we didn't bring.
All right. And then you come out into this is a full day's journey. You come out into the Rocky Hills and begin to explore, or begin to travel, I should say. So it is at some point just afternoon, approaching the evening, and you are afoot. He's not afoot, he's wearing a necktie. I don't know. All right. You hear a great pinioning of wings overhead, a great leathery crack of wings, and something huge swoops over your heads. It has a faintly serpentine look to its body, two great claws curled under its belly. It is brown and gray, tending towards orange at the tip of its nose and at its rather prominently pointed tail. And it is flying back and forth. It opens its mouth and it lets out an animalistic bellow as it is circling back around. You all recognize this? This is no dragon. This is a wyvern that is swooping down, and its call appears to have invited the attention of another that is taking off from some rocky point yonder, leaping into the air. You just catch its motion. This thing is, let's see. That is not what I wanted. Let's go. It kind of swoops over a hilltop about call it 180 or 200 yards away, and like I said, it bellows for its fellow to likewise leap off the hill. So you got two wyverns pinioning in the air. Let's get declarations. Crinit is unlimbering a heavy crossbow. What is Paul doing?
Has Paul encountered these before?
Yes, Paul is familiar with wyverns.
Can they breathe anything on us?
No. Their primary danger is their jaws. They have a great coffin lid-like mouth, but they have a stinger. They have a poison stinger tail. And if you get stuck with that, it's game over.
Okay.
And no, I did not prep neutralize poison.
Okay. Well,
I have cure serious wounds instead. Sorry.
That's okay.
And okay, I'm gonna cast bless.
All right. You're gonna cast bless. Paul is gonna do what?
I'm gonna go near Roy and give him protection so he can do whatever he needs to do to deal with these things.
Okay. And great old ones, how about Faldarinth?
Faldarinth is going to limber up his bow and start filling this guy with arrows as best he can.
Okay. And Alderweg is going to Alderweg begins to pray. Coffin lid like it's a very elongate mouth, Kabuki Kid. Broad at the back, narrow at the front. Think like an alligator's mouth or the like. And you see Roy is watching this and he's kind of feeling around his robe, and he pulls out a little piece of wool and a little piece of paraffin and starts to rub them together and mumble. All right, let's roll initiative. It's at the top here. So Gonzalo, that is going to be you.
Alrighty.
I got a 4. Party gets a 6. These things are flying down at you. Missile fire goes first. Crinit fires her crossbow and absolutely misses. Twang. She calls out, dung balls. You hear the thud of the crossbow hitting the ground, and she is unlimbering a spear from her horse's saddle. Okay. Arrow shot from great old ones, please.
All righty, here comes my first arrow.
Twang. And you are level what?
I am a level 3 ranger.
A ranger 3. And let's see here. Leave it to me to not roll, wyvern's in there a lot. Okay. All right. That will unfortunately miss.
All right. And then just let me know when it's appropriate for me to throw away my second arrow.
Okay. All right. So whoosh, they're zooming down with great alacrity. You hear
Does he need to fire a second arrow, or
no, not yet. Not
oh,
yet.
sorry.
Because bless and prayer will go off first.
Gotcha.
Yes. So yeah, they zoom in. The first one, jaws open, is going to strike at, let's see. Oh, I'm sorry. What is Fingers doing? I apologize. What is Fingers doing?
Well, he was going to shoot him with his short bow.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead. Take your shot.
14. I think he gets
14.
+1 for 15 dex.
Yes, he does. So that is a total of 15. And you are level what? You're level 5?
6.
6. Okay. Got to get Faldarinth leveled up. All right. All right. So level 6, you rolled a total of 15. And that deflects off of its horny skin as it's zooming down, as it's diving down on you guys. So here is So they're 20 feet. I gotta look at their movement here. Hang on a second, guys. Bear with me a moment. All right. Unfortunately, when he attacks you, he drains your level. That's right. It's a white vern. A white vern. Okay, so the 22. Okay, yeah. So they can close that distance. First one takes a bite at I want to say bites Paul.
Thanks.
Oh, you're quite welcome.
No,
Right,
that's I'm
so,
totally there to prevent Roy from getting attacked.
At least you're not being stung.
8 hit dice. And what is Paul's armor class, please?
1.
All right.
I'm pretty
1,
sure that's a
and
hit.
I rolled a 9. All right. No, you duck under that.
Ooh.
Yeah. This one is at Faldarinth. That is also a miss. All right. So they whoosh by. They begin to pivot. Let's have second missile attacks on them, please, which I believe will be Fingers and Faldarinth.
All right. Much better.
That is a hit. Thwack. They are large, but arrows do D6 regardless.
Right.
Joe's asking a good question about multi-classing. Well, yes, a cleric paladin is a totally valid dual class for a human. Cleric paladin, awesome combo. All right, so your arrow sinks in, it screeches. Go ahead and take your shot, Fingers. A 20, that is absolutely a hit.
Nice.
And in case anyone's curious, no, we do not do critical hits here. There are many systems that are fine for critical hits. Oh, nice. Okay, so telling arrow hits. And now one of them needs to make a saving throw. It does not. There is a bright blue flash and a thunderclap. And that is 18 points of damage. And 1, 2, 3. It's on the one that Great Old Ones shot. 4, 5, 6. It's on the one that Yang shot. All right, so Great Old Ones, that was 18, 22 points of damage. It screeches in pain as it is transfixed tail to nose by a lightning bolt. It doesn't die. It's like it's kind of unsure of itself in the sky. So it's slowly they're wheeling around very slowly. And Credit is like, well, hell. she picks up her crossbow, is fitting another quarrel, and is ratcheting it backwards. You know,
Can I
she's
ask
got
a
her
quick
foot
question?
on the. Yes, go ahead.
Does Paul, because he had his longsword drawn, does he get an attack on the thing before it gets to fly away?
So attacks on flying creatures. Let's see here. So aerial combat is what that is going to cover.
I'm just saying because we won initiative and he was standing there waiting with his sword.
No, I feel you. I understand what you're saying here. All right, so aerial combat, so speed, maneuverability. So yeah, they're class E. It takes them a long time.
Where are you looking at the aerial combat so we all know where to look, if you don't mind?
In the Dungeon Master's Guide on page 52.
This is the first edition Advanced Dungeons and Dragons Dungeon Master's Guide. Page 52,
Yes.
you said?
Yes. And I should point out that wyvern that you just threw Roy just threw a lightning bolt through, it lands immediately. It doesn't fall, it doesn't crash, but it lands immediately. It's got holes burned in its wings, and it's lumbering towards you guys, bellowing in rage as it is moving back towards you. All right, so the flyby attack does permit a melee blow as it goes by. It was basically trying to bite you, so you will get a strike at it as it flies by. You may go ahead.
Thank you.
19, you will hit it.
It's large, I assume.
It is large, absolutely.
So this plus 6. So 11.
So 11 points of damage. Hey, Artemisia, thank you very much for reposting the stream. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Woohoo! And we have, by the way, 43 watching us over on YouTube, and we have 68 of you guys watching us over on X. Artemisia, one of them. So thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, so that is a hit. You gash it. It did not take 50% of its hit points of damage, so it is going to be slowly looping around, and the one on the ground is lumbering towards you guys. But it is going to take it is going to take a round, because this thing's, like I said, it's maneuverability class E, so it's like turning, flies 240, turns, flies 240, turns, flies 240. So it's basically taking a very long, lazy loop around. And yeah, at this point, Roy chuckles and reaches back into his cloak and says, "Yeah, come on, you big stupid flying ox. Let's go." And he's rubbing more paraffin and wool together.
Kick his ass, Roy.
All right, so you guys have actually got 3 rounds before this thing can start moving at you. So what does anyone wish to do? You're under the effects of a prayer and a bless. Great old ones, you going to fire an arrow again?
I most certainly am. Probably how far away is the one on the ground again?
The one on the ground that is lumbering towards you got 240 yards out, and it's moving at about 30 yards around. So it's going to take a while to get over there.
Okay, so the one that is in the air would close with us first.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Well, then that one, then I will try for more arrows.
All right. Is Finger going to try and prang it also?
Yeah. The one in the air.
And okay, and how about Holder?
Well, frankly, there's on the Tinker's Dam that I can do. Nobody's was Paul hit?
No.
No,
I didn't think so.
no, nobody.
And nobody's been hit. Yeah, all I can really do is try and put a tree between me and it.
Already, you're kind of in a rocky field, so maybe a boulder, but otherwise,
or put a boulder between me and it. Yep.
The Holder boulder.
No.
And if it's behind you, it's the over-the-shoulder Holder boulder.
Save them, hurt me. Wait. Save me, hurt them.
Yeah.
By the way, how popular was Porky's in Florida? Were you there at the time?
I was, and everyone I knew claimed to have seen it, and I was in like the beginning of middle school, I think, or end of elementary school, and everyone in my school claimed to have seen it. So,
all right.
So yes, with a blood-chilling cry of "Not in the face, not in the face," Holder seeks shelter under a boulder. Alderweg rather brandishes his mace and cries out, "Come, foul worms! We are slayers of dragons!" So let's go ahead and roll initiative, and we are over to you, Yang, and I presume you're shooting. Yes, I got a 5. Actually, it's slowly turning, so
I got a 1.
All right. Turning. Go ahead and take your arrow shots. The one in the sky is pretty far away, so this is going to be at -4 to hit. But we'll start with we'll start with Falder. Go ahead and take your shot, please. Go ahead if you want to roll that, great old ones. Your arrow shot.
Okay, I will get that going. So,
all right,
I get the roll going here.
All right.
What happened to it? Where'd it go?
Just keep saying his name. He gets it eventually.
Oh, our all right. So yeah, I see 12 there.
There we go.
Yeah, our
die roller on your screen.
Yeah, our die roller's a little stuck. Let me see if I can do a refresh there. And this late in the game, guys, we're not going to worry about it. But
first roll was a 1, so that is clearly a miss. The second one's a 12 with a +2 -4. That works out to be a 10. Another miss.
Another miss. You have a couple more rounds if you want to take your shots, Yang. Go ahead and take your shots at it as it zooms down.
Oof, 5 and
that's going to miss.
Oh man, 2 5s.
Guys,
double nickel. So
Paul raises his hand, guys. Just Roy's got it. We're wasting arrows.
All right.
Okay.
So yeah. So Roy, and Wyvern save versus spells. Wyvern does not save versus spells. Wyvern takes 16 points of damage. It had taken 5 points, so that's 21 points. So let's see. Yeah, it's pretty badly injured too, and it is immediately forced to land. But it lands near enough to you guys that it will be engaging in the same round that the other one moves up to bite your guys. To bite you guys. They both have raised their tails like scorpions too. So in the next round, they can melee, they can be meleeed as they lumber forward on their legs, their damaged wings dragging behind them, bellowing and hooting as they approach you. So let's go ahead and get initiative here, please. Gonzalo, what is Paul going to do?
I'm gonna charge.
You're gonna charge with a capital C? Okay, bold move. What about fingers?
You were asking me to roll. Sorry about that.
No, not yet. What about fingers?
Did you say the one on the ground is here now?
He will be here in this round. Yes, they will both be here in this round, biting and stinging.
Okay, then he would like to try to hide by diving behind some rock or something.
Okay, so you're going to attempt to hide in shadows.
Yes.
All right. Holder?
Well, I'm going to see if I can give the thief a hand here. And instead of him even needing to hide, I'm going to try and blind one of them. I'm pretty sure you can automatically sneak attack what is already blinded or backstabbed.
Light right in the eyes. All right. So
the healthier of the two, if you please, Bill.
Of course. Crinit just kind of braces up on her shield. And so does Alderweg. He moves in beside Crinit shield. He drapes his holy symbol over it. He's muttering not a capital P prayer, but a prayer, and he chokes up on his mace. So what about Faldarinth, great old ones?
2 more arrows.
All right, your firing is there coming in. Let's go ahead and roll initiative. And thank Kyle. We are over to you, my friend.
Yes, sir.
I got a 6. I know there's a big purple 5 die on the screen, but
I was going to say I saw a 3. And nope, there's a 3.
There's the 3. Okay. All right. So they win initiative. Gonzalo, you charged. That goes before any initiative. Go ahead and roll your 2 hit. You are attacking at +2. You do not get a defensive bonus from your shield. 4 + 2 plus strength of strength.
Well, +3 to hit.
Yeah. Well, you have bless and your prayer going as well.
Okay, so 4 + 3 is 7, +2 is 9, plus bless and prayer.
Yes. So that is a total of 11 for fighter 5. Dungeon Master's Guide.
Dice rolls. Why have you
11.
forsaken me?
Yeah, no, unfortunately, that does not hit. Go ahead and fire your arrow there, if you would, please. Great old ones. And fingers. Oh no, fingers is okay.
Not at the one that Paul is now engaged with.
Not at the one he's now engaging. Gotcha.
Are you sure? My back is turned. It'd be real easy.
Pivot. Twang.
12, and then I get the plus
13. Yeah, 12, 13,
for the,
14. So it is gonna hit. Yes, that is gonna hit. So that is a D6 damage to an already badly wounded wyvern. And it's gonna try and return the favor. So let's see. Crinit. She never fired a crossbow last time, so she's gonna shoot at this thing. Absolutely. 4. Damn. Click. Twang. Thunk right into one of the wyverns. It bellows and screams, and it's now very mad at Crinit. So Crinit, black is tail, purple is jaw. Oh, both of those miss. Meanwhile, over to Paul.
Oh, good.
Black is tail, purple is jaw. Do you want the bite or the sting first?
Well, let's do the sting first.
All right. So the sting is 1d6. So you take 1 point of damage. Give me a saving throw versus poison.
Okay, here we go.
Remember, bless, prayer, magic items, yada yada.
You make your saving throw versus poison there. I see a 15 raw. Yep. The jaws bite down on you, and you take 8 points of damage. 8 points of bite damage from the wyvern.
So a total of 9.
Yes, a total of 9. And you're not poisoned. That's the part you'd like to take away from this is that
of this combat so far is I am not poisoned.
Stab. Thank you for hanging out with us, Dr. David Howard. We appreciate it. Have a safe evening. All right, so chompy, stabby. Let's go ahead and let's see. Oh, did you take your other shots there? Oh no, fingers is hiding from shadows, hiding in shadows. So let's
one more arrow. Hopefully nobody is between me and it.
Hopefully Roy has got something ready.
Roy's kind of a little taken aback. He's like, all right, I've got this. Don't worry. Fingers, you're diving for cover. And sure. just as you round the perfect boulder, you almost run into Holder, who is releasing a spell, a light spell, and this thing has to save. It does not save. One of them is blind now. Go ahead and shoot your arrows if you would, please. Our other arrow, great old ones.
All righty.
A 3. That will miss.
Yes.
That will miss. Okay. Guys, bear with me just a second. I gotta try and fix this here. I know we just have a few minutes left, but this is going to bug the hell out of me. So I feel the need to fix this. Plus, it won't be fixed tomorrow night when we live stream with Kyle if I don't fix it, and because I will forget it, because that's just how my brain works or doesn't. All right.
Make me beg, because I will do it.
All right. There we go. And here we go. There we are. All right. We got our dice back. Okay. All right. So one of the wyverns is blinded. One of the wyverns is not blinded. Both are very badly burned. Let's go ahead and get party declarations. Yang is fingers going to leap in and try and backstab the one that is blinded now.
Heck yeah.
All right. Crinit is going to melee the other one. She is rushed up to help Paul melee that one. It is blinded. Is Holder going to do anything else other than stand by?
No, I'm not getting involved.
Alderweg is going to melee the one with Crinit, and then that just leaves us Faldarinth, and you're going to melee the one that is.
I'm gonna switch to sword and shield. Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and roll initiative, and I think that brings us around to you, great old ones. Roll initiative for us. I got a 5. Great old ones. You want to roll in? Party gets a 2. Okay, so this one lashes at. Okay, so purple is jaw, black is stinger. Ooh, I saw that 8 almost come up on you there. But you are bitten again for 6 points of damage. Is that right? No, that was 12. That was a 7 and a 5. So there's 12 points of damage. It bites you 4. Meanwhile, over on the other side, this one is fighting at -4. Ow. It thinks it knows roughly where someone is. It's in pain, so it's trying to hit. Both of these are at -4. 10 and 7. So those are not hits. Clearly, go ahead and roll your backstab attack on this one that's thrashing around and blind, if you would, Yang.
So I'm going to do double, the short sword and the dagger.
Okay.
So for the
you are gaining.
Sorry, go ahead. Oh, okay. So here's a short sword. 9.
It's gonna miss.
And we'll try the dagger.
All right, so 16, that becomes 12, but then add the +4 for backstab. It's even, and then you add for the bless. So that is a hit. This is going to be your 3 times bonus to do this. So it's going to be 1d3 because it's a large creature. It's going to be a d3 times 3 plus any magic bonuses.
So I guess that
becomes a 3, and then that's multiply it times 3 is 9, and then add 2, that is 11. You find a critical point in its hide and drive your knife short. It bellows, it thrashes, it snaps, trying to hit something, and slumps dead on the field. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Paul, go ahead and make your attack on this thing.
All right.
That will miss. print it will also miss. You hear Alderweg cries out, fear not, comrades, I shall aid you. And click, 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 click. He's running over with his mace in hand, but he won't get there until the end of this round. Great Old Ones, I think you have one arrow shot left, but you will be firing into a furious melee.
He got his sword out.
I was switching
that's
up to sword and shield. So
that's right. So
round. Yeah,
that's right. So yes. So we are done. We are done with the round.
Well,
There's
doesn't he get to
one
attack?
left. Well, you're moving in this round, right?
Oh,
Or did
okay,
you
I'm
start
sorry,
moving in the last round? No, he's moving in this round.
Gotcha.
All right. So now this thing is going to get no fewer than 4 attacks, 5 if Fingers is going over there to fight it.
Is he still hidden from the other one, or does he need to hide again?
You would have to try and hide in shadows again.
All right, he will do that.
All right. Then let's go ahead and roll initiative, and we are back around to you there, Gonzalo. A 3. A 1. The party will go first. We'll go ahead and roll that hide in shadows for Yang. All right, you duck down in some tall grass. You think maybe you're hidden. You're not 100% sure. Let's go ahead and start off with you know what? Great Old Ones. You moved over there. Go ahead and make your attack.
All righty.
That is a hit, sir. This is a large creature. This is going to do a D12 plus any additional bonuses.
I have no additional bonuses, but whatever the bless and prayer get for me.
All right.
Good enough.
All right. 6. You injure it quite badly. Go ahead and do your thing, Gonzalo. 17 will hit.
This plus 6.
The quarterback is toast. Yeah, so Faldorinth comes in and basically pins its head to the ground through its snout, and single blow of the sword severs its head. It thrashes around for a minute, spraying ichor everywhere, and then collapses in ruin.
Well done.
And Alderweck strikes it with his mace. Pow!
Well played. Well played, Alderweg.
It was still moving, you see.
Keep going.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was still twitching. So, he was, pow.
Yeah. Should we do well, it's getting late, so I don't know how much you want to do, but I would say, do you think they're in their lair, Faldorinth? Are they liars?
They could be.
Percent liar. They could be liars. You did see perhaps 500 yards away or so the rocky promontory that one of them leaped off of. Might be worth investigating.
Maybe
that's up to you guys.
We can go check it out, see if we make our successful percent in lair roll or percent in liar. Yeah, of course.
Yes.
Are they in liar? Well, we'll have to find out next week, everyone, if they were in fact in liar. But as for now, we have a slightly battered Paul. Everyone else is in good order. 2 dead wyverns, and the party is on their way, hopefully, to Suderham. Folks, I want to thank everybody for being here. Artemisia, thank you very much for reposting the stream. If you're still out there, thank you, even if you're not. Hey, Gonzalo, again, thank you very much for the super this evening, man. I do appreciate that. Big ups to the audience. Big ups to my players. I will be back tomorrow night, although fortunately for me, I won't have to game master because my co-host, the Viking Hat GM, barring any Australian issues that might happen, he will be running a little bit of post-apocalypse fun. So I'm going to let these guys go ahead and help themselves to the snacks in the green room, As for me, I have been your dashing, handsome, daring, and dare I say, fun guy. Not fun guy, though. That would make me a Myconid, and we all know I'm not. The Dungeon Delver. And I just want to say, everybody, take care of yourselves. And please tip your owl bear. Peace. Good night. Love you all.
Have you seen my owl bear? Here's to all the weirdos everywhere in the woods and in the air. Have you seen my owl bear? Should I shave off all my hair? Bobs are all around. Some live in tunnels underground. Some are fat, some are rich, some are sleeping in a ditch. Can you ride a crooked horse without a saddle way off course? Naked as a toad all the way to Smoky Joe's. Have you seen the little creep driving fast in his little green Jeep? He smells like fish and brandy, but his rotten teeth look dandy. Take me to the show, I don't care if fast or slow. From action flicks to dancing dicks, just take me to the show.